Hello everyone. Let's look at Firecrawl. Firecrawl, get web data with a prompt. Turn entire websites into structured data with AI. Try it for free. They've been developing it for a while, and also today I had another email saying that I can now extract using the forward slash extract by Firecrawl, get structured web data with just a prompt. The first thing I did actually was I just came to GitHub, which is what I tend to do actually, because first thing I was to look at is actually what it's written with, and yeah, and then see how many stars it's got. There's so much noise, or not noise, but there's just so much out there now that you want to know what other people think of something. So yeah, not that it's the be all and end all, but yeah, it's good to see how many stars something's got. Empower your AI apps with clean data from any website, featuring advanced scraping. Basically, what this is doing is it's replacing, as you know, my earlier channels, my earlier videos featured scrapey, beautiful soup, blah, blah, blah. This is kind of replacing the need for some of that. And, well, we can all talk about whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but let's just look at how to use it. We know what it does. So it goes to a website and it scrapes all the stuff that you used to have to do using Scrapey or requests, etc. So you've got an API, an SDK, software developer kit, application programming interface, LLM, large language model frameworks, LangChain, Crew, Compose.io, Proton, Supercenter, Vectorize. I don't know much about those last few. I've done a video on LangChain, or series on LangChain. Low code framework. So low code is basically where you kind of like drag a load of little boxes around and you join them with connectors. Others, API, Public Connect. Want an SDK integration? Let us know about an issue. Run locally for guide. Here you can get a Docker image. To use the API, you need to sign up to Firecrawl, get an API. I have already done that, but I may do that again in a minute because I've probably lost it. So you can scrape a URL, crawl, map, extract. So this extract thing, I think, is kind of the new feature. Get structured data from single page, multiple pages, or entire websites with AI. So it handles PDFs, docs, images, custom headers, blah, blah, blah. So this will, obviously you've got to pay for this, but if it saves you having to pay a lot for loads of proxies and stuff anyway, then maybe it's a good thing. Well, when I say a good thing, maybe I mean it's financially viable. So we've got some curl. Curl's great because then you can translate it into your own preferred language. Response, so map, extract. So extract is the interesting one, I think, because that's the latest feature they've added last week. Apps 44 minutes ago. Wow. 44 minutes ago, API. Oh, right. So this really is hot off the press. Uh, yeah, Docker entry point. Okay, 45 minutes ago. Let's actually just look at some source code before we just just for lols. Let's look at the scraper URL lib. So it's TypeScript, fetch, mock, extract metadata. Keywords, robots, title, description. Try. Try, catch. Okay, let's go back to their site and see what we can learn. Watch a demo of how extract can help you get more out of your data. It's got some code there. So Python import OS, pretty print, app Firecrawl, Firecrawl key, nested model, email name, title, and then MIT Edu. Extract all professors' contact information from MIT lab website, including their email addresses, names, titles where available. Let's see. Let's just find what you actually got. Oh wow, there you go. Name, email, title. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And playground. Okay, so it's got playground. Let's see if we can experiment with that to get started before I start doing any actual code. Launches coming soon. Launch guide. Yeah, so today they're launching Extract. We're open in beta and offering 500,000 tokens to get you started. Right, I'm going to sign in, set up an API key, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I set up an account, or I logged in using my GitHub account. You can use Gmail or Apple or something. Anyway, what we've got is a playground, which is what interests me most, and extract. So yeah, you see red and green, that's my RGGH website. And LangChain, these are probably the Python, LangChain, LangChain.js, that's probably what we're all familiar with. So I suspect most of the other things will flowwise, llama index, crew AI, yeah, whatever. Right, playgrounds. Let's find a URL to crawl. I'm going to choose, let's go to open up Chrome. Let's just find a website to motorsport.com. We'll just look at the site we want to scrape. So this is like a car accept and continue. So it's got a pop-up at the start. There's adverts, various different adverts interspersed amongst all the articles. There's like pay to read Prime articles. They see Prime. Let's just let's see if we can scrape the home page so we know the URL. Sorry about that. Right, https motorsport.com. So if we go and extract, what do you want to extract? Yeah, we want to extract find all articles and mentions of Ferrari. Make sure I spell it right. Ferrari, 2 R's at the end, yeah. And F Formula One. I'm going to spell it. I'm going to see if it actually finds anything that's just F1 as well. Right. Generate parameters. Generating them, whatever that. So the LLM is creating the JSON schema that is going to then feed back to add URLs. You can add another URL. Do I need to add that there? Maybe. Let's just run it. So I'm taking a minute or two because I'm obviously talking about this, but if you were using it as part of your job, yeah. This playground is obviously just for demo purposes, but yeah, you'd already have some code and you just tweak it and there we go. So articles, Hamilton, Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton. There's no mention of Ferrari there, but we know that Lewis Hamilton's going to be driving for Ferrari next year. Oh no, I put Formula One as well, didn't I? So F1 there, F1 again, F1. So it's just found F1 in the URL probably. There we go. We've got Ferrari there, Ferrari. So just on that home page, it's found F1 and it's found Ferrari as I requested it to do. And then we've just got raw. So that's actually, yeah, it's just a list. Okay, that's pretty good. And let's do something a little bit more adventurous. So um, let's go and look for flights. Flights to, I don't know, let's just say Rome. Jet2.com. I don't think it's going to be able to handle this. It's not, this is just for scraping, so we might be pushing this a bit too far, but let's just go Birmingham to Rome. 31st, that'll do, whenever. Just click in your buttons, find holidays. So you'd obviously get an agent to do this. You get an agent to actually put in your search query, find the page, and then so that would be like one agent doing that, and then obviously the Firecrawl, if you want to integrate Firecrawl into your actual code, you'd then pass it. Let's see if it copes with this URL. I'll be very impressed if it does, but it might do. Let's go extract Firecrawl, playgrounds. Right, so let's get rid of the motorsport one. Paste that in. And instead of Formula One, let's, I don't know what to actually ask for, but let's do price. Can I give it a actual auxiliary prompt? So I think we can put this in natural language. And departure times and arrival times. Run. So 500,000 tokens to get started. I don't know how many. That's not so good. Right. Let's. I think that was always going to be a bit optimistic. So really, you need an agent for that. API status. Let's just go and have a look. We got 99.9% uptime. Upgrade plan. Let's look at the pricing. So really, I've just done a quick demo showing just a basic static or fairly static text page. Yeah, if you wanted to scrape the flights, you'd probably need to do something a bit more advanced with lots of agents and maybe Selenium or I've used what's it called? There's a really good web scraper that you can write in Rust, which doesn't use Selenium. It just uses Gecko driver or the Chrome driver. Free plan, hobby, standard 80. So if you were doing a web scraping business, you could pay for that, and then you could bang out web scraping jobs on Fiverr if you wanted for $83 a month. Billed annually, so you got to fork out £1,000 or $1,000 basically, because it's typically, I suspect you have to pay that up front, do you? That's what puts me off subscribing to a lot of these things, is that it might only be sort of something such and such per month, but then when you multiply it by 12 and have to pay 12 months up front, then yeah, it starts getting into sort of four-figure numbers, and that's not very nice. Right, so we've used extract. Extract was kind of the new thing today. Let's have a bit more of a read about what's going on. Extract structured data from any website using natural language prompts. Yeah. Stop rewriting broken scripts. So obviously this, I mean, it's 83 quid a month, but many people pay outsourced to companies, Import.io or somebody to actually do all the web scraping for them. But in future, maybe there won't be that requirement, not apart from sort of really advanced. and extract entire websites in a single API call. Used for everything from lead enrichment, AI onboarding, KYB, and more. Enriched data. I think yeah. So this is probably is quite pertinent. It's where you can scrape contact names, email addresses. So yeah, I think that example was quite a good one. The one where they used MIT. You can dynamically render handle complex script. Yeah, so it handles JavaScript heavy websites. A token is approximately 4 characters of text. So although you've got 500,000 tokens, divide that by 4, that's 125,000 words. You could probably use those up quite quickly. But it's good enough just to familiarize yourself with this, test it out, and so on. So let's have a look at the, so we've looked at the playground, we've looked at the new extract endpoint. Let's look at resources, developer docs. They're hiring. Affiliate program. If I had 100,000 subscribers, I might bother, but I don't know if any of you have done a YouTube channel, but the revenue is almost halved since ChatGPT came along. And that's not me with sort of getting the violin out. That's an observation, not a criticism. Yeah, so you're turning websites into LLM ready data. That's what this is all about. The problem is that over time, they're going to be eating their own dog food. So AI is going to be generating all of the website data, and then it's going to be harvesting it as well, and then regurgitating it, and then building another website from AI data and AI text that is already harvested. Where is the human content? Discord, yeah, I've been using Discord a lot more recently, so I'm skipping around, but yeah, Discord docs. Discord is great for using SDK. Well, if you use an SDK or for a framework or something, and the documentation, you think, oh, well, that's gone from version 21 or 22. And even ChatGPT won't help you because it's sort of 2 months, 6 months out of date or whatever. Discord is the place to be really because you will get people, devs, and all talking about the latest changes, and you can paste in code snippets and people will look at it and help you. So yeah, Discord. If you don't use Discord, let's look at Python. So pip install firecrawl.py. Just see if there's any dependencies that it doesn't like or anything. No, it's all good. Oh, I've got a message about Pillow, which I can ignore. Get an API key. So I've already got my API key. So if we just have a look at this. From Firecrawl, import Firecrawl app equals Firecrawl API equals your API key. I've already saved my API key in my ZSHRC file. I'm on Linux. Well, let's just try that example then. So this is clear. Just do mv main.py. I'll just make that slightly smaller. And I forget what I called my API key. I think I called it. Oh, it doesn't matter. If let's just go back on their site and copy and paste it in. Where was it? Up here somewhere. API status. No, it wasn't status, it was on the left. API keys. Let's just copy that. I'm just going to bang that in the code and delete it after, because reasons. No, it's just, there we go. I don't want to get into loading from .env files and all that. That's not the purpose of this video. Right, scrape status. We're going to scrape it. Params, formats, markdown, HTML. Limit is 100. Scrape options, format, markdown, HTML. Print, crawl status. Crawl a website. Scrape a website. Let's just run it and see what happens. There we go. That looks like it's well, it's succeeded. We can see that. Let's try and make a bit more something a bit more sensible. So that was just getting the actual. Come on. It's very quick. Firecrawl crawler respects the rules set in websites. Well, that's good because if you don't respect the rules, you get blocked. So whether you like it or not, you need to do that. React modal portal. Scraping costs 1 credit per page. Crawling costs 1 credit per page. I don't know what it's doing there, but doesn't matter. Right, let's go back to. So we've just done the CLI beginner example. Let's come back here, back to GitHub, and just have a bit more read and just go through it a bit more in detail. So takes a URL, crawls it. Yeah, we know that. Let's look at how it integrates with. So Firecrawl. Let's have a look. See what LangChain say about it. Crawls and convert any website into LLM ready data. It crawls all accessible subpages and can give you clean markdown and metadata for each. No sitemap required. Firecrawl handles complex tasks such as reverse proxies. So you don't need to pay for a reverse proxy and all that. You probably don't have to pay for a VPN if you don't want. Caching, rate limits, unblocked by JavaScript. Built by team at Mendable.ai. Use cases: sales and enablement, docs knowledge base, product copilot, customer success enablement. Wow. Loader features, pip install Firecrawl. That's what we did. So this is the LangChain sort of demo example. So let's try that. I've already got LangChain installed. So let's come back here. Um, close that. What? The Chrome thing won't close. Quit. Right. We can use that again. That didn't do what I wanted. I've got NeoVim set up on numerous machines, and each one behaves differently. I need to, yeah, I need to sort that out. Right. Ah, sorry about this. Right, nearly that. Because I'm on Python, I've been doing some Rust code recently, and obviously it's a bit more like C, so you don't need to worry about indentations and stuff. But yeah, easily forgotten. If you do some non-Python stuff for a day or two, you soon forget about indentations. Is that inside the brackets? No. So we've created a loader, and then the for doc in loader dot lazy load, pages append. So that's okay. Data equals loader dot load. Maybe we don't want to do this example then. Let's do. Ah, sorry about that. Let's get. Why did that not work? Yeah. Print pages. Right. Let's run that. Oh, pages is not defined. Just what did I do there? Oh, because it's not in the. I left that bit out. So pages equals. You need to make a list called pages. I was kind of chopping and changing there. Right, there we go. So, title, description, language, keywords, robots, follow index, OG title, OG URL, OG image, OG site name. And then we do that all again down here as well. So that's gone to Firecrawl dev OG 123. Wonder what that even is. Yeah, that's the image. So it's visited the image. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Converts any website into clean markdown. So you've got SDKs. Before we wrap this up, I'll just kind of wrap this up now because reasons. You're probably getting bored. Python, Node, Go, Rust. As you may or may not know, I'm starting to, well, not starting. I've been using Rust on and off now for 2 years. Um, Let me briefly, without any kind of bias or trying to shove this down anyone's neck, this uses Tokyo, so you can run it concurrently very nicely with great performance, and this will be compiled. So if you wanted to do some compiled code for a customer and you didn't want them having the source code, we'll do it in Rust. um, and then they just get a binary that they can run. They don't need to have Python installed on their machine. I'm not here to sell Rust or diss Python, but that's just an observation. Crawling asynchronously, map a URL. It's got very nice error handling in Rust. So yeah, Go, Node, Python. And today we've just looked at a quick look at using extract. So all this is just very, very new. And I guess the impact of it won't be felt, or is starting to be felt, but won't probably be fully felt for maybe 6 months or 1 year. Scraping websites with authentication. automating Amazon price tracking. So about 3 years ago, I did Python, PostgreSQL, Scrapey, and that probably took me 2 or 3 days to write all that code and do that video on it. So automated Amazon price tracking. This will probably do it in about 2 minutes. There's a lot to be said about psychology of discounts, blah, blah, blah. Minimalistic UI, tool stack, Streamlit, Firecrawl, SQL Alchemy. So automated price tracker, you create a virtual environment. Use Streamlit, start your VN. So that's your sidebar, that's your GUI. Utils, check if URL was valid with some regex. To be honest, yeah, that's you can get that from anywhere. You don't have to write your own regex. So where does let's just find where. There we go. Firecrawl. From Firecrawl, pedantic.env. So that's loading your env file. You're not like I did, where I just pasted my API key into the code. There we go. You've got a product. So that's a base model. So that's your data structure that stores URL, name, price, currency, main image URL. And scrape product app.scrape URL. So that's setting it up. That's add the scraping date to the extracted data, return the extracted extract, and that's where you're passing in the Amazon URL, and then you're just printing it all at the end. So that's pretty neat. And as I say, I'm talking from experience here because I did write. This is where you just stuff it in the database. So that's not actually. I don't think Firecrawl will make any difference to that, or it shouldn't do. But there's how you do it. You just add product, you make functions to add the product and so on. Store your price history. Okay, so you can do sort of trend monitoring. Yeah, that's it for now. That's Firecrawl. You've got a quick start, Python, Node, Go, Rust, LangChain, all that other good stuff. And today they emailed me because they were just starting off with the new extract API endpoint. So let's whilst I'm here, I'm just going to delete that. There you go. And that's where you create your API key. So you go to firecrawl.dev/app API-keys. Oh, what's it? You can't have no keys. Yeah, so then you always got to have one key. So as soon as I stop this video, I'm going to create another one and delete this one. So yeah, Firecrawl, go and try it. Catch you soon. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, thumbs up, like, share, comment, and all that stuff. Thank you.